Welcome to Starfire's channel. I am the Starfire Queen. I want to let you know I appreciate you for even thinking about watching my videos. If this is your first time, I hope you like the video. I hope you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so that you know when I'm on, share the video, and also leave me a comment. And for my Starlights that have been following me, hey y'all, what's going on? Glad to be back. Been gone for a couple of days. Would like to say and announce I've had my grandbabies born, 2 twins, boy and girl. I am so excited. They're doing very well, very healthy. So you guys know how I would say family before YouTube. Had to do that. All right. So today we're going to talk about why your spells don't work. Okay. And that's what I really want to talk about. Why aren't your spells working? So we're going to go here. The first thing would be faith. Okay. Faith is where you can be weak or where you can be strong. Do you believe? Do you believe in yourself? Do you doubt yourself? Do you believe in the gods? Are you kind of on the fence due to Christianity or some other belief that you had? You're not for sure which way to go. Are you carrying a guilt? Do you believe that your ancestors are still around you? Or are you just thinking like, you know what, maybe this is satanic when it isn't? Okay, but you know, we know how Christians portray the practitioners or the witches or whatever. So that can have you confused, and that can also mess up your faith right there, okay? So you want to make sure that you really believe in what you're doing. If you're doing a spell and your faith is not there, you're wasting your time, except if you admit the fact that you're learning how to gain faith. So I would say start with something small. You know, a lot of baby witches want to get in and they want to cast spells on people and turn the prince back into a frog and make the glass slipper into a red bottom. Yeah, I know all that. It don't work that easy. Love my Davis tea, you guys. You have to remember that we are not once upon a time. You know, it's not a Cinderella story. The witches aren't all bad. Yes, we have negative in anything. You can have negative in a priest. You can have negativity in a pastor, in a church, wherever. You have priests molesting children. You have pastors sleeping with wives, you know, other wives, not their own, things like that. But you have to be strong on what you believe in, no matter what it is. This is Christianity, if it's the occult, if it's Buddhism, you know, Hindu, whatever it is, you have to believe in order for it to work. With you doubting yourself, your magic is doubting. So please, if you doubt yourself, please don't do no magic for nobody else. I beg you, because you're wasting their money and both of your times. The next thing I have is clear ideas. You have to know what you want from your spell. True ideas will give you the space to gather the number of possibilities that the spell can bring upon to you. Okay, you don't want to just say, okay, I'm going to do this. Especially if you're new on YouTube and you're trying to start your own channel. Okay, I'm going to do a spell on this, I'm going to do a spell on that. Well, you're too anxious. Slow down. Slow your roll. Okay, slow your roll. And it's okay to slow your roll. Believe me, Starfire had to slow her roll. Okay, so what you want to do is sit back and think exactly, why are you doing the spell? What spell will you use? What tools do you need? Okay, and what kind of protection do you need? Do you need to protect yourself? Do you need to protect the person you're doing the spell for, or doing it at? You know, you want to protect the spell on your kids, on someone you love, do you see danger, things like that. But you have to be clear about it. If you're not clear about your spells, they won't work. If you don't have faith, they won't work. The next thing is the attitude. This is one of the main points where mistakes are made from channeling into a ritual. I'm reading my notes, you guys. Many times we'll do a love spell to improve do a love spell to improve our relationships, or do a spell on our finances, and we begin to develop a ritual or a spell that is in the stage, which unfortunately are made in a misinformed way. Okay, and you have negative thoughts in your attitude. I'm gonna make him love me no matter what. I don't care if he got a wife. You're not going to be blessed on that. Or I'm gonna make this woman do what I say she's gonna do. She's gonna be submissive to me. brother man, you're not going to be blessed on that, okay? Your attitude has to be in the right way. Now, lately I've been getting emails about black magic. How come I don't do black magic? I just don't. I respect karma. I'll put it to you that way. Now I can do some binding and some banishing spells because you're in my circle and I feel that you're interfering with my energy. I have a right to do that. If another practitioner casts something on me, I have a right to cast it back at her. I have a right to do a mirror spell and send it back to her reflection. Okay, I will protect myself at all causes. But to just sit down and do an evil spell on someone, that's not who I am. And if that's who you are, I don't knock you. I don't. I respect you. I respect your gifts and the way you use your craft. You know, because it may come a day where I might be like, you know what? Only one way to handle this. So I'm never going to say what I don't do. I try not to. Okay? I haven't ran across any situation where I had to do that, and I'm thankful for that. But you want to keep your attitude right, especially when you go before God, your deities, your ancestors, your angels. You have to have the right attitude. You can't go towards your ancestors and say, look, I'm sick of this. I've been coming to y'all, and y'all not helping me. Whoa, back up. These are the ancestors. They're the ultimates. Do not disrespect them. Your deities, because guess what? They'll turn their backs on you because of your attitude. So you have to be careful with that. So remember, have that faith. Keep clear ideas and the right attitude. Next is talking about your ritual to everyone. This gives others the opportunity to destroy your spell. Remember the old saying, don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. Sometimes you guys will watch my videos and I'll do a spell for you and I'll be like, well, some other things I put in here, I do it off camera. Because I don't want you guys to know every single thing I do. I try to share with you, but I also tell you to put in what's you. Bring yourself in it. Because sometimes when you talk, other people want to bash you. I've already had it starting to happen. I'm okay with it because of who I am and who my ancestors are. You can come up against me if you like, but you can't harm me. Why? Because my faith is there. I have a clear idea and my attitude is fine. You know, my ancestors, my deities, my almighty God is going to protect me. So I don't worry about people throwing darts at me. But when you're starting out, don't tell everyone what you're doing. And if you're coming out the closet, that's fine. That's great. Because when I came out, I didn't tell every single one. I told very few. And the more and more I got into it, the more and more my God, my ancestors, and my deities started to let me know, hey, it's okay. You know, and the hardest person for me to let know was my mom. And I told you guys, the only thing my mom said to me was, don't open the doors you can't close. That's it. And I keep that in my head and in my heart. So you don't let everyone know what you're doing because they may be doing it themselves and you don't know it. And they try to counteract what you're trying to do. Okay? Your physical space. Okay? You are performing your spells in the most appropriate place. Is it in a negative surrounding? Is it cluttered? It can't be a cluttered room. It can't be dirty. It's got to be organized. It has to be cleansed before you even set up the altar. You're going to cleanse, I would say, put salt around the room, vacuum it back up, burn your sage, burn your Palo Santo, burn your frankincense and myrrh, you know, burn your incense and things like that. Get the atmosphere cleaned so that the gods can come in, the deities can come in and really work for you. They will not work in a cluttered space, okay? Clutter brings messiness. Messiness brings a disabled mind. You're not stable because you have too much going on. Even on your altars, I had to remove my mom's altar. She liked to be by the window. She always sit by the window in the morning, so I moved her towards the window, but I took some stuff off her altar because my mom did not like clutter. And I was trying to just give her so much because, you know, she hasn't been gone from me that long into the spiritual world. And I wanted her to not miss everything. And she came to me, she's like, hey, this is too much. Clean my altar out. Okay, so now I had to change things, which is fine. You want to make sure of that, okay? You want to make sure that your space is not being disrespected. Now, if you have a small apartment or somewhere, or and it's in a corner, I would say, you know those curtain rods that curve? I would get a curtain rod that curves, put it up on my wall, and put a curtain there. So when I have company, my altar is closed off from them. You don't want everyone being able to see what you're doing, you know, because what they do, they'll see negative energy that way. And then you're going to find yourself doing more cleansing than you are more praying and meditating and learning how to use your craft. Okay, so that's just a little side note. I thought about that. How could someone in a smaller place make it private if they really don't have that private place? Even if it's in your bedroom, put a curtain around that. Unless you live by yourself, make it a sacred space. Because if you're by yourself, you know, your room is sacred. You know, you can go ahead and do that. But if you want to keep it private, I actually start out with mine on I have a round table, and I start out in my bedroom. And I was waiting to figure out how to do this. And my husband found that he was interfering with me when I tried to meditate, because he's on his game, he's watching TV and everything. And even though I had the headphones in, so we decided, you know, you need to get your own space. So that's when he did my room. But now I'm finding that my room is not big enough for me. So what we're going to do, I have my goddaughter living with me right now. And once she moves out, that's going to be my meditation room. So I can have 2 rooms, a meditation room and my work. Okay. You want to always secure the A, B, C, and D in your space and where you're going to perform your rituals or write your black magic. It's up to you. So here we go. A, nice. You should feel calm and positive in your physical plane, in your area. Your area should feel just as good and calm because it's your space. And this is why you cleanse it. B, blessed. Cleanse the place and feel the spirituality in every corner. You want to feel it, okay? This goes back to my 30-day thing in January for my Starfire Unique. We did a cleansing and a spiritual cleansing, mentally, some physically, gave up certain things you eat or whatever, was up to you. And it really worked. D, distractions. Don't allow anyone to bother you during your course of spell work or your meditation. Let them know, hey, don't knock on my door. I don't care who rings the doorbell, no, this is my time. Respect my time, please. Because this is when I'm channeling into my spiritual world. And you can't disrupt that, because I can't just put my ancestors on hold because there's a person at the door trying to sell magazines. Okay? And, oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I missed one. A was be nice and calm. B is bless, cleanse, and feel. C, correct. Okay, C, verify that all spell instructions have been followed. Okay, so to go back, I skipped C, I'm sorry. You want to verify that all spell instructions have been followed. Okay, if you're following like the Book of 5,000 Spells, I love that book, I have that book. If you're a baby witch, I say get that. And read, before you start doing the spells, read what tells you about spell work also. Knowledge, understanding. You want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. If it tells you to use a green candle and you don't have green, do not use pink. You can use a white candle because white can go for anything. Something like that that may seem very small can be very great, okay? So you want to do that. Once again, don't allow anyone to distract you. Okay, when it comes down to C, verifying all spells and the instructions, are you using the right ingredients? Are you substituting without knowledge and adding the wrong ingredients? Now you may have bay leaves powder and you don't have any, so you use bay leaves. Okay, you're just going to break them up. That'll work. But are you changing bay leaf for parsley, thinking it's going to work? That's why you want to make sure. Did you pray before you start the spell or find out exactly what you should be doing? Okay, I have here, this is my Florida water. It's prayed over, it's purified, it's cleansed. This is what I use before I start any spell. I rub this on my hands and I pray, and then I go into my spell. So you'll have your own ritual, and that's fine. I always burn my sage, and I have to get some more sage today. I have dragon sage right now. And my Palo Santo, I burn my frankincense and myrrh. Here I have a glass container full of my black tourmaline to get rid of negative energy. I keep that on one of my altars. This is my work altar that I'm on here. But I do a lot of burning. And what I want you guys to do, when I burn money for my ancestors, I use the Koljin. You know, I use my Koljin to burn sometimes my herbs that I grind up myself. I put the little charcoal in there and I burn them on there for cleansing, like dragon's blood and things like that. You know, lavender, rose, when I was a loving atmosphere, things like that. So, but are you doing it right? Do you know the meanings of these herbs? Or are you just throwing some groceries in there, like your kitchen, like, oh, Mrs. Dash? That would not work. You're gonna dash all right. Okay. Where's your mindset? Is your heart in it? Okay. Are you doing this because this is where you feel drawn? Are you doing this because you're curious? And if you're curious and you try it out, hey, it's no problem. A lot of people are curious about the same sex, and they dib and dab. Doesn't make them gay. They were curious. And either they find out that's not for them, or they find out, hey, that is for me. So it's okay to dib and dab. Just be careful what you dib and dab in. And do you have the mental connection for the spell? Have you blocked out everything and are totally focused on the spell? That's what's important. That's what's very, very important. All right, so that's it. This is not a long video. It's only about 15 minutes. I want you guys to know why your spells aren't working. Look these things up. See if you're doing them right. Is your mindset right? Is your faith right? Do you have clear ideas? Do you have the right attitude? Are you telling too many people what you're doing? Like starting a business. You don't want to tell everybody because somebody's going to jump on a bandwagon and just pass you and be like, hey, I'm doing this. And you're like, I know I told her. Yeah, that's why you don't let your right hand know what your left hand's doing. Do you have the right space? Is it cleansed? Do you follow A, B, C, D floor mat? Okay. And do you love what you're doing? Because if you don't love this, you're not going to get the results that you want. If it becomes, and this I say to practitioners who have been doing it for years, if you get to the point where it's a job, you're not getting the results that you want. You may get great results, but they're not as great as they could be because it became a job and not a passion. This has to be something passionate for you to get the total outcome. Like I said, you can be doing it for years and start off passion and it becomes a job and you still get great results, but you know that your results could be better because you know that you have made this become a job instead of a loving gift. Okay, don't get hooked up on the money. The money helps, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to refuse any. But sometimes we need to realize that everyone can't pay $300 and $400 for an hour reading. Okay, so you drop it down and you believe that the gods are going to bless you, and that's how I work. I know that they're going to bless me by blessing others. Karma, I told you. That's the one thing that I try my best to keep my mindset right on. So this is Starfire Queen, once again bringing you a new lesson, why your spells don't work, so y'all can get them working, okay? Remember to keep that third eye open so that you can be around, have a clear mind, a clear attitude, get the ideas right, follow the right instructions. Remember to keep your throat chakra speaking positive, but don't tell everybody everything you're doing, okay? Keep your heart chakra open so that the gods can bless you, your deities, your ancestors can all help you with your spell work. Many, many blessings. Oh, almost forgot. Once again, if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when I'm on, because I don't have set days. Hit the like button, share my video, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you can look me up on Facebook at Starfire Queen. You can also look me up on Starfire Unique, which is a special group. I only have 25 more openings for that group. After that, I won't be accepting anyone because once I get to the certain number that I want, the special things I want to do for that group. And also, you can look me up on my email, STARRFIRE queenb@gmail.com. Many, many, many blessings. Love you all. Thank you.